Popcorn ready? Good. I'm Lily.
And I'm Sam. And yes, that opening was intentional. Intentional means done on purpose, planned. New episode every single day. Subscribe now so you never miss one.
Okay, before Sam tells you his story, let us tell you what's waiting in this episode.
We're talking about movies, in English, how to describe them, discuss them, disagreed about them, and sound completely natural doing it.
I'm going to give you 4 essential words that every movie conversation in English needs. And we're going to use real, famous films as examples throughout, so you'll recognize exactly what we're talking about.
Danny and I had a movie argument last week that got surprisingly heated. Heated means intense and passionate, with strong feelings on both sides. I'm going to tell you about it.
There's a metaphor coming that makes the whole vocabulary click perfectly. We've got expressions, common mistakes, a quiz, and a full shadowing review.
And Lily and I are going to tell you our actual favorite films, which might surprise you.
Stay with us. By the end of this episode, you're going to be able to walk into any movie conversation in English and hold your own. Hold your own means participate confidently and competently without feeling lost.
Which is more than I could do before Danny and I had that argument.
So Sam, what happened with Danny?
Okay, so Danny came over on Friday night and we decided to watch a film together. And we spent 45 minutes arguing about what to watch before we watched anything, which is a very normal Friday, apparently.
What were the options?
Danny wanted to watch Inception. I'd already seen it, he hadn't, and I made the mistake, the critical mistake of saying, oh, Inception, yeah, it's fine, but honestly, it's a bit overrated.
You said that to someone who hadn't seen it yet?
I said it, out loud, to Danny, who then spent the next 20 minutes defending Inception with the energy of someone whose entire personality depends on it.
What did he say?
He said the plot is genius, the twist at the end changes everything, the characters are unforgettable, and that my opinion is wrong, not different, wrong.
Danny has strong opinions about film.
Danny has strong opinions about everything. But the thing is, I couldn't really argue back properly in English. I kept saying, it's just, it's fine, which is not exactly a compelling. Compelling means convincing and persuasive, hard to argue against, film critique. Film critique means a detailed analysis and evaluation of a film.
And that's exactly why this episode exists, because movies are one of the most common conversation topics in English, and having the vocabulary to actually discuss them properly makes those conversations so much more interesting. Plot, twist, character, overrated. 4 words, all about talking about movies in English, and that's exactly what we're talking about today.
And I'm going to be ready for Danny next time. Very ready.
Let's start with plot. The plot is the sequence of events in a film, what happens, in what order, and how events connect to each other. It's the story, the bones. The bones means the fundamental structure of the film.
So when someone asks what's the plot of Inception, they want to know what actually happens in the film.
Exactly. The plot follows a man who enters people's dreams to steal their secrets. That's the plot of Inception in one sentence. The plot of The Lion King follows a young lion cub who must reclaim means take back something that was originally yours, his kingdom after his father's death. Simple, clear, describes the story.
The plot was so confusing, I had to watch it twice. Also a valid sentence about Inception.
The plot was gripping. Gripping means so exciting and engaging it holds your complete attention, from beginning to end. Or, I loved the film, but the plot had some plot holes. Plot holes means parts of the story that don't make logical sense.
Danny would argue Inception has 0 plot holes. I would argue it has several. This is why we don't watch films together anymore.
Now, twist. A twist or plot twist is an unexpected change in the story that surprises the audience and often changes everything you thought you understood about the film.
Like the ending of The Sixth Sense, where you realize, I won't say it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but you realize something about the main character that completely reframes means changes the way you understand and interpret everything that happened before.
That is one of the most famous twists in cinema history. I did not see that twist coming. Coming means approaching, about to happen. Or the twist in the final act completely changed how I felt about the whole story.
Danny's argument about Inception was largely about the twist at the end, whether the top keeps spinning or falls. I won't say what happens, but if you've seen it, you know exactly what we mean.
And that ambiguity. Ambiguity means the quality of having more than one possible interpretation or meaning, is precisely means exactly, what makes that twist so memorable. Memorable means worth remembering, staying in your mind long after.
Memorable. That's a good word for it. Infuriating. Infuriating means extremely frustrating and annoying, but memorable.
Now, character. A character is a person, or sometimes an animal or creature, in a film. The main character is the protagonist. Protagonist means the central figure the story follows. Supporting characters are everyone else who plays an important role.
The characters in Parasite are so well written. Well written means carefully crafted with depth and believability, that you feel you know them by the end. Or the main character in Forrest Gump is one of the most iconic. Iconic means extremely well known and representative of something larger, characters in film history.
She was so immersed. Immersed means completely absorbed, fully involved in the character that she forgot she was watching a film. Or the villain. Villain means the antagonist, the bad character who opposes the hero, was so complex. Complex means having many layers and not easily understood, that you almost sympathized with him.
Almost. The best villains are always the ones you almost understand, like Hans Landau in Inglourious Basterds. Terrifying, but fascinating. Fascinating means extremely interesting and capturing your complete attention.
That is a very good example. Complex, memorable, completely unsettling. Unsettling means disturbing, making you feel uncomfortable and uneasy.
Danny's favorite character of all time is apparently Dom Cobb from Inception. I didn't ask, he told me anyway.
And finally, overrated. If something is overrated, it means it receives more praise. Praise means positive attention and admiration than it deserves. People talk about it as if it's extraordinary when you think it's actually just fine.
Which is exactly what I said about Inception. And I stand by it. I stand by it means I maintain my opinion and don't change it under pressure.
I think that film is completely overrated. Everyone loves it, but I didn't get it. Or Avatar was visually stunning. Visually stunning means extraordinarily beautiful to look at, but the plot was overrated. And the opposite is underrated. Underrated means something is better than people give it credit for, not appreciated enough.
Parasite was underrated before it won the Oscar, and then suddenly everyone had always loved it.
That is very true. Now, my favorite film. I'm going to say it and Sam is going to judge me.
I would never judge you.
My favorite film is Amélie, the French film from 2001, the story of a shy Parisian woman who decides to change the lives of the people around her while neglecting means failing to give proper attention to or care to her own happiness. The plot is gentle and whimsical. Whimsical means playfully imaginative, charming and slightly unusual. The main character is one of the most lovable. Lovable means easy to love, endearing, in cinema history. And it is absolutely, completely, definitively means in a final and certain way, not overrated.
I haven't seen it.
Sam?
I know, it's on my list. My favorite film, and Danny completely disagrees with this, is Good Will Hunting. The story of a young genius means a person of extraordinary intellectual ability, from Boston, who works as a janitor means a person employed to clean and maintain a building, and is discovered by a professor who recognizes his extraordinary mathematical talent. The characters are extraordinary. The plot is simple, but the emotional depth means the degree of feeling and psychological complexity, is immense. Immense means extremely large and significant. And the relationship between Will and his therapist means a professional trained to help people with psychological and emotional issues, played by Robin Williams, is one of the greatest in film history.
I love Good Will Hunting.
Danny thinks it's overrated.
Of course he does.
He says the plot is predictable. Predictable means you can see what's coming before it happens. No surprises. I say the plot isn't the point. The characters are the point. We've been having this argument for 2 years.
Here's the metaphor for today. Think of a film like an iceberg. The plot is the tip, the part everyone can see, the visible surface. But the twist is the hidden depth, the thing you didn't know was there until suddenly it appears. The characters are the ice itself, the substance, the weight, the thing that makes it real. And overrated or underrated is just your honest answer to the question, was the iceberg as impressive as everyone said it was?
Good Will Hunting is a very large iceberg. Danny doesn't appreciate icebergs.
Now, expressions. First, it's a must-see. This means the film is so good that everyone should see it. It's essential. Essential means absolutely necessary, not optional.
Good Will Hunting is a must-see. Full stop. Full stop means that's final. No argument.
Next, it kept me on the edge of my seat. This means the film was so tense and exciting that you couldn't relax. You were gripped. Gripped means held completely, unable to look away, the entire time.
Parasite kept me on the edge of my seat for the entire second half. I genuinely didn't know what was going to happen.
Next, I didn't see that coming. This is what you say after a twist surprises you completely.
The ending of The Usual Suspects? I did not see that coming. I had to sit in silence for about 3 minutes.
Next, it's a slow burn. A slow burn means the film takes its time. It builds gradually. Gradually means slowly and steadily, rather than having immediate action or excitement. The payoff means the reward or satisfying conclusion after a period of waiting, comes later.
There Will Be Blood is a slow burn. The first hour is quiet and methodical. Methodical means careful, systematic, and thorough. But by the end, it's absolutely devastating. Devastating means causing great distress or destruction, overwhelming in its impact.
And one more, it didn't live up to the hype. Hype means excessive. Excessive means too much, beyond what's reasonable. Promotion and excitement about something. If something doesn't live up to the hype, it means the reality didn't match the expectation. Expectation means what you anticipated and hoped for.
Inception didn't live up to the hype for me. There, I said it again. Danny can send his complaints, complaints means expressions of dissatisfaction, to the usual address.
Now, 3 scenes. Scene 1, casual. Danny texts Sam asking for a film recommendation.
Okay, watch Parasite immediately if you haven't. The plot is tight. Tight means well-constructed with no wasted scenes or moments. And the twist in the second half genuinely floored me. Floored means completely shocked and overwhelmed me. The characters are brilliantly written. And before you say it, it is not overrated. It won the Oscar for a reason. Must see. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable means not open to discussion or debate.
Perfect. Real, passionate, natural. Scene 2, professional. Lily is at a work event and someone asks her about her favorite film. My favorite film is Amélie, a French film from 2001. I love it for the character at its center. She's deeply original. Original means unlike anything else, genuinely unique. And the way the story unfolds means develops and reveals itself gradually, is just beautiful. The plot is gentle, but the emotional resonance means the ability to create a deep feeling of connection and recognition in the audience, stays with you long after. I think it's genuinely underrated outside France.
That is such a Lily answer. Perfect and elegant. Elegant means graceful, polished, and refined at a work event.
Scene 3. Emotional. A friend tells you they watched a film that completely changed how they think about something. It moved them deeply. What do you say?
Tell me everything. What was the plot? What was the moment that got you? Was it the character, the twist, something the film said without saying it? Because the best films do that. They don't tell you what to feel. They just create the conditions. Conditions means the circumstances and environment, and let you feel it. Which film was it?
That is the perfect response. Genuinely curious, warm, uses today's vocabulary naturally.
Good films deserve good conversations. That's what I was trying to have with Danny before it turned into an Inception tribunal. Tribunal means a formal hearing or court to judge something.
Before the quiz, something to everyone learning English who loves films. Films are one of the best ways to improve your English, not because you should study them, but because when you love a film, you want to talk about it. And wanting to talk about something is the most powerful motivation. Motivation means the driving force that pushes you to do something. In language learning, find the films you love, find the words to describe them, and then find someone to argue about them with.
Danny is available. He has strong opinions and a lot of free time.
Quiz time. Ready?
Ready.
Number 1. The sequence of events in a film. What happens and how? What's the word?
The plot.
Number 2. An unexpected change in the story that surprises the audience and reframes everything. What's that called?
A twist. A plot twist.
Number 3. The people or creatures in a film. What are they called?
Characters. The main character is the protagonist.
Number 4. A film that receives more praise than it deserves. What's the word?
Overrated. And I stand by my Inception opinion.
Number 5. A film so good that everyone must see it. You call it a
must-see.
Number 6. The film was so tense and exciting you couldn't relax for a single moment. You say.
It kept me on the edge of my seat.
Number 7. The twist completely shocked you. You say.
I did not see that coming.
Number 8. The film builds slowly and the reward comes later. It's a
slow burn.
Number 9. Everyone said it was incredible, but it wasn't as good as expected. It didn't
live up to the hype.
And number 10, the final question. Danny walks into the room and says, Inception is the greatest film ever made, and anyone who says otherwise is wrong. Using today's vocabulary, give Sam's full response.
Danny, I respect your passion. I do. The plot of Inception is undeniably means impossible to deny, ambitious. Ambitious means aiming very high, attempting something difficult and grand. The twist at the end is genuinely memorable. I'll give you that. Dom Cobb is a well-written character, and I understand the emotional investment. Emotional investment means the degree to which you care about and are affected by something. But I think the film is overrated in the context of what Christopher Nolan is the director of Inception, has produced overall. I didn't see the twist coming the first time, I'll admit that, and it kept me on the edge of my seat for the third act, but it didn't live up to the hype for me personally. It's a must-see, absolutely, but the greatest film ever made? I'd like to introduce you to a Boston janitor with a gift for mathematics. Good Will Hunting. Watch it, then we'll talk.
That was extraordinary. Composed, specific, fair, and completely devastating to Danny's argument.
I've been waiting 14 episodes to say that.
Shadowing time. Say these out loud. Plot.
Plot.
The plot follows a young woman searching for her place in the world. The plot was gripping from the very first scene.
Plot. The sequence of events, the bones of the story, what actually happens.
Twist. I did not see that twist coming. The twist in the final act changed everything.
Twist. The unexpected moment that reframes everything before it. The best ones stay with you forever.
Character. The main character is one of the most complex characters in film history. The supporting characters were just as compelling as the lead.
Character. The people in the story. The ones you root for. Root for means support and want to succeed, or fear or love or hate.
Overrated. I think that film is completely overrated. Everyone loves it, but I found it overrated. The plot had too many holes.
Overrated. More praised than deserved. The opposite of underrated. Use it carefully. Danny will argue with you.
Must see. This film is an absolute must see. If you haven't seen Parasite yet, it's a must see immediately.
Must see. Essential. Non-negotiable. Go watch it.
Come back and say these phrases out loud again. Pause, rewind, repeat, and then go find someone to talk about films with in English. You know what I love about films? They're one of the few things that give everyone, regardless of where they're from, what language they speak, what their life looks like, the same emotional experience. You watch Forrest Gump and you feel the same thing as someone watching it on the other side of the world. That's extraordinary. And when you have the words to talk about that experience in English with anyone, something opens up.
Danny and I argue about films constantly, but we also talk about them, really talk about them, in a way we don't talk about much else. The arguments are the conversations, and the conversations are the connection.
The arguments are the conversations. I love that. Now, tell us in the comments, what is your favorite film of all time? And is there a famous film you think is overrated? We want all the opinions. We read every single comment.
And if this episode helped you, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves films, or someone who thinks Inception is overrated. We need to find each other. Also, our last episode was all about hotel English. Check in, amenities, complain, upgrade. Really practical one. Link is right there.
See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye. And Danny, Good Will Hunting. Watch it. I'll be waiting for your review. And yes, I'm aware the irony means a situation that is amusingly contrary to what you'd expect, of me telling you to watch a film after our conversation about Inception is not lost on me.
See you tomorrow.